Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy RedCloud. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the best FPS tips and tricks for Valorant. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to reduce latency, how to improve overall FPS and less stuttering. Also, how to get the best FPS out of your AMD card and NVIDIA card. Or for you guys who have integrated graphics cards, I got you, boys. Anyway, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. We're also going to be talking about a giveaway soon. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, guys, before we get into the settings, I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about the giveaway and the kind of rules that are going to go around it. I've got 6,000 RP here, and I am going to be giving it away to people who check out my Twitch and my Twitter. The links will be in the description below. I'm only giving it away to my followers. Subscribers to my Twitch channel will get a higher chance of winning it, and also Twitter followers will also get a slightly higher chance as well. So the way it's going to work is that when Riot actually enables gifting into Valorant, I will be giving the RP away. So I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I promise you I will be giving away. I'm not sure if I'm going to be giving away 1,000 RP to 6 people, to 3 people. I'm not sure, or maybe just a whole bundle to one special person. But the link and all that stuff will be in the description below, and I guess I'll be updating it through my Twitter. So if you guys want to check it out, definitely do that. As well as we're almost at 3,000 subs here on the YouTube channel, so I'd seriously appreciate it if you guys would, give me a thumbs up or subscribe. I'd seriously appreciate any support here on the channel. All right, guys, I did have a little tip for Valorant. If you guys want to be able to see players a lot more easier in the game, it highlights them in a different color. So by default, the game is set to red, which is the normal default setting. But a lot of pro players and a lot of like higher tier players, they use Protanopia or Deuteranopia or Tritanopia. These are colorblind settings. So what they do is they change the shade of, the outline on enemy players. So this is really, really useful, especially when it's hard to see people either through smokes or in general if you're trying to aim onto them. I think honestly Deuteranopia is a little bit brighter. That's just my opinion though. I'm not colorblind, so I wouldn't really know, but purple, honestly, in my opinion, is one of the best ones as well. It highlights them in a very like bright, like almost pinkish color, and it looks really, really good. Yellow is also really good, but yeah, I think red is pretty sweet, but honestly, when you're trying to visually see things, I don't know. It's just something you're gonna have to mess around with, and hopefully it helps you guys out with your games. All right, guys, so let's head on over to our video settings, and we're gonna go to our general settings. We're gonna go over our display settings first, then we're gonna go over our graphics settings, and then we're gonna go over our stats. If you guys would like to click through the timestamps below and check it out that way, you guys can feel free to do so. So display mode, obviously you want to be running it on your monitor's display. Also, if you guys are struggling to get a certain amount of frames or you're lagging here, I will tell you guys how to get better FPS and what settings you should change to possibly get better FPS. So first things first, you want to run this game on full screen. Games just run better on full screen. Resolution, you want to run it on your monitor's highest refresh rate and highest monitor resolution. So mine is 1920 by 1080. So if you guys are struggling to get FPS, let's say you guys are struggling to get like 120 FPS on 1920 by 1080, what you guys want to do is you want to go down and change it to 1600 by 900. The reason why we changed it to 1600 by 900 is because your monitor's resolution is 16 by 9. And then you change it to the nearest 16 by 9 resolution as well. You could play it on stretch res, but in my opinion, Valorant looks best on 16 by 9, and a lot of pro players, they use it on 1080p as well. So 1600 by 900 is the best one after that. And then after that, it's actually 720p to get just, the bare minimum 16 by 9 resolution to get the most amount of FPS. So guys, after that, aspect ratio, this depends on what GPU settings you have, but if you use mine in the video above, you guys will be able to use it on fill or letterbox, it won't matter. Now, this is something about limiting your FPS when you're playing the game. So if you're on battery, if you're on a laptop, you might want to cap your FPS if you're on battery. So if you guys need to save your laptop or play as long as possible without charging it, you guys would want to cap this, obviously. You can limit your FPS in menus, background, or always, in my opinion, when you're in tabbed out of Valorant, or it's just chilling in the background, or if you're in the menu. In my opinion, just capping it at 60 frames is more than okay. That way you don't over exceed what your computer can do. And that way you're just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Then when you're actually playing the game, in my opinion, if you guys are struggling to get, let's say, 120 frames without stuttering, what you want to do is you want to cap your frame rate. And the reason why you want to cap your frame rate is because your CPU and GPU are over exceeding what they can actually do. They're trying to push that 120 FPS, but they actually can't. So what you want to do, what's awesome about Valorant is that you can set your own FPS limit. So you could set it to 90, you could set it to 60, depending on what your FPS is stuttering at. So that's what you should do if you guys are stuttering in the game. If you guys are not stuttering, if you guys have a pretty decent PC, what you want to do is you want to uncap your frame rate and let it run free. Legitimately, just let it run free. The reason why, and I'll show you guys this in a moment after I go over the NVIDIA reflex low latency, is that if you guys obviously don't have NVIDIA on plus boost, you guys should have it on. It runs so smoothly and it reduces like input delay and stuff like that. If you guys have an AMD card, obviously you won't be able to do this because you need the latest NVIDIA drivers and an NVIDIA card to run this. So I'm sorry if you guys don't. But the reason why I'm going back to this is that if you have an FPS limit on your game, let's check out how it is without it though. So if you guys look at my total frame time right now above, it's at 4.1 millisecond or something like that. Right above, it's the third one to the left, right? Now, let's go and limit our FPS, and then we'll cap it at 60 frames, right? And then look at our total frame time now. That's 16.67 milliseconds. And the reason why this is important is because our monitors, we have gaming monitors, correct? So we have 1 millisecond response time monitors most of the time. Sometimes we have 2 millisecond response times, and that's still okay too. But the reason why it's important to have low millisecond response times is because we actually are able to see that latency a lot less when we have it closer to our monitor's response time. So the lower we have our response time for our total frame time, the faster we actually see frame rate, which is very important in games, which is why people say frames actually win games, and that's the truth. So your game will feel a lot smoother even when you're uncapping. So a lot of people, they'll say, oh, just cap it at your monitor's refresh rate. That's actually not the best overall like sense, and like it just doesn't make a lot of logical sense. So whatever, man. You can take that as it is. Let's get over to our graphics quality settings. Multi-threaded rendering. We're gonna keep this on. If you guys have like an i3 or a older generation, let's say i5, you guys are going to want to keep this on off. If you have a newer generation i3, you can keep this on. But if you guys, like I said, have an older gen CPU with less than 4 cores, you guys will want this on off. Now for here, material quality, texture quality, detail quality. Texture quality is the one thing that will change your VRAM usage the most. Material quality and detail quality won't change it as much. I use everything on low here. UI quality, I keep this on high. I just like my UI looking kind of, you know, fresh, as they say. Vignette, I keep this on off. VSync, we're going to keep this on off. VSync is just terrible to have on this game. Anti-aliasing on none. Anti-stropic filtering on 1. Improve clarity. The experimental sharpening, the bloom, distortion, cache shadows, all that stuff is off. All that stuff adds filters to your game. And in doing so, it pushes your GPU and CPU a lot harder than it needs to. Thus, we are just throwing our FPS out the window. So keep this on off. And if you guys want to see those stats that I was talking about earlier, you guys can go over to your client FPS, server tick rate, total frame time. Tick these on text only, and you guys can copy all this stuff too, by the way. Idle time, I keep this on off. Network round trip time, packet loss, game to render latency, game latency, render latency on text only. That way I'm able to see the stuff that's above my head right now. That way I can see if I have any packet loss, game to render latency, game latency, render latency, total frame time, server tick rate, client FPS. I gotta drink some water after this video. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You guys better like the video so I don't die. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys have any questions, you know, comments, any tips, leave them in the comment section below. I literally respond to every freaking comment, or at least read them, and give them a little heart. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to check out the stream, it's twitch.tv/RedCloud. If you guys want to join the Discord, it's Discord, something in the description below. Check out my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the whole 9 yards. You already know, dudes. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, man, just comment below. I got you. Let's get over to 3,000 subs sometime soon, as well as let's get 20 likes on this video. And like I said, the giveaway, I do want to get that done. So if you guys are interested in winning these 6,000 RP points, I definitely, you know, really want to give them away. I don't want to buy any skins. I know that's weird, but I don't want it. So guys, hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.